it is also hopefully a picture of that handed down heritage.
Sally Field spent decades becoming one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. She won 2 Academy Awards, inspired millions with unforgettable performances, and built a career that most actors only dream about. But behind the fame and the applause was a very different story. It was a journey filled with rejection, self-doubt, painful struggles, and a constant fight to prove she was capable of far more than the roles Hollywood expected her to play. Now, as she approaches her 81st birthday, Sally faces a new chapter. Aging, health challenges, and even false rumors about her retirement and death have once again put her in the spotlight. So what really happened behind one of Hollywood's most remarkable careers? And how did every setback help shape the woman millions still admire today? Let's find out. The humble beginnings. Long before Sally Field became one of Hollywood's most respected actresses, she was just a little girl growing up close enough to the movie business to dream about it. Born in 1946 in Pasadena, California, Sally came from a family with ties to the entertainment world. Her mother, Margaret Field, was an actress, while her father, Richard Dryden Field, worked as a pharmacist. But when Sally was only 4 years old, her parents divorced, and her life changed completely. Soon afterward, her mother married Hollywood stuntman Jock Mahoney. Through him, Sally got a rare glimpse behind the scenes of the film industry. She watched actors rehearse, cameras roll, and crews transform simple ideas into stories on screen. The more she saw, the stronger her dream of becoming an actress became. But dreaming about Hollywood and earning a place in it were 2 very different things. After graduating from high school, Sally enrolled in a summer acting workshop at Columbia Studios, hoping someone would notice her talent. During one audition, she performed a scene from Toys in the Attic by Lillian Hellman. Her performance impressed the casting staff, and before long, a casting director invited her in for an interview. That interview led to the opportunity that changed her life. In 1965, Sally landed the lead role in Gidget. Audiences immediately fell in love with her warmth and natural charm. Although the series was short-lived, it made her a familiar face across America. Soon after, she starred in The Flying Nun from 1967 to 1970, becoming one of television's biggest young stars. From the outside, it looked like Sally had achieved everything she had ever wanted. But success came at a cost. Producers kept offering her the same kind of cheerful television roles. They enjoyed her work, but very few believed she could carry a serious drama. The more successful she became on television, the harder it was to convince Hollywood she could do anything different. Sally refused to accept that. She continued auditioning, studying, and looking for roles that would let her show another side of her talent. She knew she could do more than make people smile. She just needed one director willing to take a chance on her. That chance would finally arrive a few years later. Proving Hollywood wrong. By the late 1970s, Sally Field had spent years trying to break free from the image Hollywood had created for her. Audiences loved her television work, but she wanted something more. She wanted the chance to prove she could carry a serious film. That chance finally came in 1979 with Norma Rae. Sally took on the role of Norma Rae Webster, a factory worker who finds the courage to stand up for workers' rights. It was nothing like the cheerful characters audiences were used to seeing. The performance was raw, emotional, and completely unexpected. Critics praised her work, and for the first time, Hollywood began looking at Sally in a different way. When she won the Academy Award for Best Actress, it wasn't just another trophy. It was proof that she had finally broken free from the label that had followed her for years. From that moment on, new doors began to open. Directors who had once overlooked her now trusted her with more demanding roles, and Sally made sure she didn't waste the opportunity. Instead of choosing easy projects, she kept searching for characters that challenged her as an actress. That decision paid off again in 1984 with Places in the Heart. Her performance earned her a second Academy Award for Best Actress, making it clear that her success was no longer a surprise. It was the result of years of hard work. During her emotional acceptance speech, she famously said, "You like me," a moment that has remained one of the most memorable in Oscar history because it reflected how much that recognition meant after years of fighting to be taken seriously. Over the years that followed, Sally continued building an extraordinary career with memorable roles in Steel Magnolias, Mrs. Doubtfire, Forrest Gump, Brothers and Sisters, and Lincoln. Along the way, she also earned 3 Emmy Awards, further proving her remarkable range. But while the world celebrated the actress they saw on screen, another side of Sally's life was unfolding away from the spotlight. The other side of Sally Field. In 1968, Sally married Stephen Craig, and together they welcomed 2 sons, Peter and Eli. Even as her acting career demanded more of her time, Sally worked hard to give her children a stable home. When the marriage ended in 1975, one thing never changed. She remained deeply committed to being a mother, balancing the pressures of Hollywood with the responsibilities waiting for her at home. As the years passed, life brought new beginnings. During the late 1970s and early 1980s, Sally's relationship with actor Burt Reynolds often made headlines. Their romance attracted plenty of public attention, but she refused to let the spotlight distract her from what mattered most. No matter what people were saying about her personal life, her focus remained on her family and her career. Then, in 1984, Sally married producer Alan Greisman. Together, they welcomed their son, Sam, expanding her family once again. Watching all 3 of her sons grow into successful adults became one of her proudest achievements. Peter Craig built a career as a novelist and screenwriter. Eli Craig became a film director, and Sam Greisman also pursued a creative career in the entertainment industry. Throughout it all, Sally earned a reputation for professionalism. No matter what was happening in her personal life, she arrived prepared, stayed focused, and gave every role her full attention. Those real-life experiences added a depth and honesty to her performances that audiences could feel on screen. By this point, Sally had overcome typecasting, built an extraordinary career, and raised a family she was proud of. It seemed she had finally found the balance she had spent years searching for. But life was about to place a challenge in front of her that no performance, no award, and no amount of experience could prepare her for. Her toughest battle. In 2005, Sally was diagnosed with osteoporosis. She could have kept the diagnosis private, but instead she chose to speak about it openly. She wanted other women to understand that bone health wasn't something to ignore until it was too late. That decision gave her a new purpose. She became the face of the Rally with Sally Bone Health campaign, encouraging women to get bone density screenings and take osteoporosis seriously. Through interviews and public appearances, she shared her own experience, hoping it would encourage others to take better care of themselves. Because her message came from personal experience rather than medical advice alone, it resonated with thousands of people. As the years passed, Sally continued speaking honestly about the realities of growing older. She acknowledged living with chronic joint pain and changes in her mobility, but she never tried to pretend aging was something to fear or hide. Instead, she embraced each new stage of life with the same quiet determination that had carried her through every challenge before. Even as she approached her 81st birthday, Sally refused to let age define her. In May 2026, she appeared at a special screening of Remarkably Bright Creatures in New York, proudly wearing her natural gray hair. During the event, she reflected on the long struggle to escape the television roles that had once limited her career, proving that she had never stopped being honest about her journey. Not long afterward, false rumors claiming she had retired and even fake reports of her death spread across the internet. Both stories were quickly denied by her representatives. While rumors came and went, Sally remained exactly who she had always been: honest, resilient, and determined to live life on her own terms. That quiet strength may be the greatest legacy she leaves behind. Sally Field's journey reminds us that a lasting legacy isn't built by fame alone. It's built by resilience, honesty, and the courage to keep moving forward. Do you think Sally Field's real-life story is even more inspiring than the unforgettable characters she played on screen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another incredible story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.